Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Welcome back to episode 3 of Quest to Legend Season 2. Before we get into the games, let's go ahead and go over the changes that were made to this deck in between sessions. So I am going to go ahead and replace my Jungle Panthers with Harvest Golems. These are much more durable, and often a time have I found myself wishing that those Panthers were these Golems instead. I am going to keep the Twilight Drake in favor of Explosive Shot. So last time I swapped one Explosive Shot for one Twilight Drake, and that was a good change. And then I actually swapped out the Mountain Giant for a Stormwind Champion at suggestion of a viewer, and it actually worked out okay in the casual games I practiced with, so I'm going to keep it around, but we'll keep an eye on this card. I'm not 100% sure that this is a change that I'm going to stick with. Other things I'm considering, some folks have suggested Hunter's Mark. That does work nicely with Violet Teacher and with Unleash the Hounds and the Violet Teacher students, so I might consider Hunter's Mark. I might take out either a Snake Trap for it, which has not been impressive yet. I might take out this other Explosive Shot for it, because honestly that hasn't been that good either. And I might take out a Snake Trap for it. Oh, sorry, I talked about that. I might take out one Eaglehorn Bow for it, because these have not been that great some games. Anyway, that's it for the deck so far. Let's go ahead and hop back into the queue. We were able to make it into rank 19 at the end of the last episode. In the last season, when I hit rank 19, I went on a huge streak and verily sprinted and somersaulted down to rank 14, where I promptly hit a brick wall and got completely stuck. So hopefully, this deck can A, get that far, because it seems pretty good, and B, get past that point. That would be nice. Serenity the Warrior is our opponent, and I'm first. Ah, boy. Well, let's keep the Golden Violet Teacher. I'm going to mulligan Unleash the Hounds, though what I really like to see is some removal, or one of my 3-drops, but this deck, unfortunately, I don't think can afford to mulligan its 4-drops, because there's just too high of a risk of everything going to hell. Alright, so nothing on turn 1, obviously. I don't know that this deck will ever do anything on turn 1, actually. It's really improbable. Luckily, my opponent has a slow start as well. I will take this opportunity to lay a Freezing Trap. It's guesswork, which is better, the Freezing or the Explosive, but I figured the Freezing is nice to have because if he plays a minion here, I could Deadly Shot it. Turns out he does not have that, so that's totally fine. Now, do I want to play Explosive Trap? Nope. I don't think I actually want to do that. Too high of a risk that it's just going to get totally wasted. But I'll keep the Freezing Trap on hand. So both of us are having a bit of a gentleman's agreement here. He, having the coin, has not done anything yet. I'm guessing he's going to use the coin now. Yep, there comes the 4-drop. So how good is it going to be? It's a pretty good one. Well, I guess I am glad that I laid down that Freezing Trap rather than Explosive Trap. That is a pretty huge decision because now I can play Violet Teacher. And she's going to be safe behind this Freezing Trap. 4 mana and no coin means no Arcanite Reaper to kill me off. He's going to slam my Violet Teacher. Does he have the Execute or is he planning to run the Yeti into it? He's going to run the Yeti into it. I assume that was a calculated risk on his part. The Yeti gets shot back up, so now that costs 6 mana. Does he have a way of killing this? He has another Slam. And an Inner Rage? Okay, so I think that was fine. So I didn't come ahead on cards there, but I did use up both of his Slams, and Slam is one of a warrior's best methods for killing big minions like my Sea Giants. That plus Execute, so now at least that's gone. It's going to give it Inner Rage, and I imagine Execute? Or... Yep, okay, so I also baited out an Execute, so that's actually card disadvantage for him, because it did get used up. And let's see, this Yeti, this is a new Yeti. This is not the Yeti that was frozen earlier. This is a fresh Yeti. Unfortunately, this kind of sucks a lot. I don't have any minions to play, so I will Deadly Shot to kill the Yeti, but then I'm kind of pressed for things to do. So I'll lay down my other Freezing Trap. This does seem to be more of a control warrior deck, so Freezing Trap seems more likely to be useful than Explosive Trap, but I'm getting a little bit too many spells and a little bit not enough stuff. So he just, well, he just 2-for-1'd himself, but it doesn't really make a difference. Oh man, Cairn Bloodhoof, that's bad. That's really bad. God damn it, I cannot get a minion to save my life. Alright, what I'm going to do is play this bow. I guess I'll play Snake Trap because I got the chance, and I guess we'll Steady Shot here. I guess we might as well hit him in the face because Trap's about to fire, so that'll raise my durability back up. This is really awkward. I don't have any answers to this, really, in my deck. Apart from Freezing Trap. Really, that is actually the best answer. Shield block and draw a card. This is definitely like a high-powered deck here. This is, I think, if I remember right, I think this is a deck that Force featured. Okay. Well, he didn't attack into my trap, so he knows something is amiss. Let's go ahead and lay the high main down and steady shot. Don't want to attack with my weapon. I would like, you know, the traps to trigger first. So he's used an execute and 2 slams. He's running out of ways of getting rid of this high main. He needs like a Tinkmaster Overspark. Shield slam. Oh man, that's annoying. Ugh. That's really irritating. So he's gonna catch the freezing trap. If I had hit him with my bow, I could have guarded against that potentially. But anyway, we do get a bunch of snakes and stuff. So this bow should go up to 3 durability. Yep. And he's got the Korokron Elite. He's gonna kill one of my hyenas. And getting tons of armor. Okay. Well, I could use a Sea Giant anytime now. Eagle Horn Bow, you've got to be kidding me. Well, that Eagle Horn Bow is pretty much dead. Because I have this other bow here. Oh man, this has just been a pretty bad draw, to be honest. I mean, I have all these frickin' spells. Explosive Trap is really just a waste. I just don't see that being used at all. I could have, you know, I could have made Unleash the Hounds to put 2 more 1/1s on the board. I don't know. I feel like my deck just worked against me in this particular game. So he is going to make another Armor Smith. That's okay. He's going to just kill off a hyena. Poppity pop pop. Twilight Drake. Hey, alright, we'll do it. So, do I want to make Unleash the Hounds? I can't make Unleash the Hounds. I might as well wait for a Buzzard to show up so I can at least, like, get some value out of the Hounds. We're going to go ahead and hit this guy. Go there. Go there. And I'm not going to Deadly Shot this stupid Armor Smith. I think that's a waste of a Deadly Shot. Let's save that for, like, Cairn Bloodhoof or something. And if I have to kill the Chillwind Yeti twice, then I have to kill it twice. So my snakes are all dead. Oh my god, this is quite the legendary laden deck here. I hope it hits me in the face, otherwise I'm not actually that screwed, even if it hits my Yeti, but I still hope it hits me in the face. It hits my Twilight Drake, of course it does. So here we can do that, then Deadly Shot to kill Rag. We can do this. And Steady Shot. I'm not really making any headway here on his life total, and he still has Cairn Bloodhoof up there. I've used both Deadly Shots. Explosive Shot is the only thing I have left that can kill that thing. Yeah, you know, I should have made Unleash the Hounds those turns ago. I would have had these like 2/1/1s just hitting him every time. He hasn't played anything that would have dealt with them. So that might have been my big mistake in this game. Okay. So I could kill Command, but that doesn't even really do anything. Okay, well, let's do the bow and swing and shoot. And lay a trap, because why not? Whatever. And the turn. He knows that both freezing traps are gone. This being a guy with like 2 legendaries to his name, he surely knows how things work. He's going to hit my Senjin. Well, this has been a good game. I'm up against like a super, you know, high-powered, top-caliber deck here. And it just goes to show that my deck might not be able to hold up against that. Fiery War Axe. This guy is taking great care not to trigger my trap, which is fine. Do I play these Hounds? Well, now the Hounds will just die. Okay. I'll Unleash some Hounds. I mean, it's not going to get any better. So, what I think you do here is you hit the Cairn. Then you kill Command that thing. And then you swing with the Hounds and pass the turn. So I'm now completely out of cards. He has 4 cards in his hand. I mean, if he had an empty hand, I might actually win this game, but all those cards that he drew earlier on are definitely coming back to haunt me now. And I'm sort of at his mercy. He's actually going to kill off my damaged golem and play the Acolyte, which is pretty smart. And then here comes the Yeti that costs 6 mana that was frozen ages ago. Ah, Stormwind Champion. Well, you know what? It's a good thing it wasn't a Mountain Giant, because if it were a Mountain Giant, I'd be in some serious-ass trouble. I couldn't actually play the Mountain Giant in that case. What we have to do is we actually have to kill this Yeti, because as cool as it would be to kill this Acolyte, I don't want the Yeti plus the Fiery War Axe killing my Stormwind Champion. It's likely that, my Stormwind Champion will die regardless, but you gotta play to your outs. And my outs right now are that he doesn't have an answer to Stormwind Champion. He needs a way to deal 2 damage. So another Cruel Taskmaster, if he gets his other Execute, you know, lots of different things, really. I think that's an Execute. It came down really fast off the hand. Yep, there's the Execute. So he's got 3 cards still to his name. I have this Explosive Trap, which is pretty pointless. Oh, Ysera. Well, why not? I mean, sure. Yeah, now I'm really fucked. So I'm out of Deadly Shots. He's getting cards from Ysera, who's never gonna die. We're gonna go ahead and concede. We'll give him a well played. So no need to bad manner him for having lots of legendaries. Even though he had Ragnaros, Ysera, and Cairn, all top-notch legendaries, I could have won that game if I were playing with a better deck, or perhaps if I'd played differently. There was that chance. I could have played Unleash the Hounds many moons ago. And maybe he had a Whirlwind that he just never played or something. But, you know, maybe he didn't. I didn't give myself a chance to get lucky there. And we all know what good players do. They get lucky more often, because they give themselves more chances to get lucky. I also could have hit him in the face with my bow, and that would have stopped him from being able to use Shield Slam to kill my Savannah Highmane. And that might have made things better for me as well. So definitely things I could have done better in that game. I guess it's pretty encouraging that with different play, I might have actually performed better against such a high-caliber deck. Okay, we're up against a Druid here. Do you keep Freezing Trap? I really don't think you do keep the Freezing Trap here. I'll just keep the Violet Teacher, because you should, I think, keep 4 drops with a deck like this. And this is an interesting hand. I mean, this could have been another Twilight Drake. I'm still on the fence about these explosive shots. Or, well, the one remaining explosive shot. The deck started out with 2. I changed 1 into Twilight Drake, and that was great. Alright, well, you know, I really regret that I mulliganed that Freezing Trap, because that would be a pretty spectacular answer to an Innervated Scarlet Crusader. Yep, I just really regret it. So, lesson learned, don't mulligan your Freezing Traps. Luckily, my opponent doesn't have a follow-up to this. In general, as I've said many times, I don't think you should Innervate 3 drops, you should Innervate 4 drops. But, it seems to be working out okay for my opponent here. I will have to put on some pressure. Hopefully I don't get the pig. Leok, it's fine. He can shapeshift and pop the Divine Shield to kill the Leok, but, you know, then I can make the bow and kill the Scarlet Crusader, and then we're kind of even at that point. And honestly, I'd rather he do that than, like, apply more pressure. So that's what he's going to do. Hopefully there's no more innervating here. Okay, so yeah, had I kept Freezing Trap, I'd be in much better shape. Ooh. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit of a chance. I'm actually going to play the Harvest Golem here. It's a very effective answer to Scarlet Crusader. And it prohibits me from taking more damage to the face with the Eaglehorn Bow. Alright, well, I regret everything now. Now I regret everything. In fact, this would have been better if it were a Panther instead of a Harvest Golem, because the Panther could actually kill the Scarlet Crusader. I'm just getting beat down like the Dickens. Okay, well, Eaglehorn Bow, I think, would be a little bit greedy here, because I'd be taking 5 damage to the face going down to 15. I really don't think I can afford to do that. So I'm just going to kill Command to kill the Scarlet Crusader. It's definitely... This person is definitely not playing well, I don't think. I don't think you should innervate a Scarlet Crusader. I don't think you should put Mark of the Wild on a Scarlet Crusader. You're putting 2 eggs in one basket, and that basket only has 3 hit points. I don't think it's actually smart to do that. But it's kind of working for him, because I also have made some questionable decisions. Alright, well, explosive shots. The one time I don't want to use it, it doesn't kill that thing unless I also throw the golem away. So we'll just throw the Violet Teacher out here and pass the turn. If he wants to use Shapeshift and the Druid to kill off the Violet Teacher, that's fine by me. Then I just want some breathing room to play the Highmane. Oh, does he have a swipe? He has a swipe. He has a swipe. That's the only reason why he would play that. No, he has a claw. I don't even know what's going on. Why would you claw there? What the hell? Oh, jeez. I don't understand what he's doing. I guess he really wanted to play this 5-mana card, but I don't think that was the right move. Okay, well, I'll take it, I guess. So I could play the Starving Buzzard and Hounds and get 2 cards. That would let me kill this thing off. Or I could play Explosive Shot. and then do nothing else. Now the high main, I think I'm taking too much damage if I play the high main. Can't afford to do that. So yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to Buzzard and Hounds. I'm pretty sure he does not have Swipe, where he would have used the previous turn. Deadly Shot would have been nice to play this turn, but I can't because I don't have enough mana. Do I lay an Explosive Trap here? That seems silly. It's just a total waste. I don't think I'd do that. It's just, yeah, it gets totally wasted. Although, I think it's actually, the Tiger's actually going to attack my Violet Teacher. No, he'll just Shapeshift my Violet Teacher. Swipe kills off my entire team. God damn it. Okay, well, we're going all in on this gambit of him not having a Swipe, I suppose. But really, I should have just kept the Freezing Trap in my opening hand, and then I would have crushed him, because I would have sent back the Innovative Scarlet Crusader, and I would have taken like 8 less damage from it. So, yeah, that's too bad. He's going to swipe my face and clear my board like he do, and I'm down to 11 health. Alright. Well, at least I get to play Explosive Shot, so that's cool. And, well, there's really no point in laying an Explosive Trap, because he can just Shapeshift and hit me in the face and it'll do nothing. So I've got card advantage. I have twice as many cards as him, and my cards are really good, probably better than his, but it doesn't matter. Because any direct damage he gets, he can just send at my face, and I'm screwed. So this game's probably going to be a loss against Stark the Druid, but it was, again, my play that decided matters. I don't think we can blame the deck. Wow, he's going into that Deadly Shot pretty hardcore here. Alright. I imagine he has another one, or he wouldn't have played like that. So what happens if he plays another Ironbark Protector? Well, I think if he plays another one, then I'm just boned, unless I top deck my other Deadly Shot. Or if he plays an Ancient of War. This is the card he just drew. Ah, okay. Well, no Ironbarks. That's something. Am I actually going to get a moment of repose? Is he actually going to hit this Harvest Golem with Shapeshift and give me a chance to catch back up? He is. All right, sweet. Earth and Ring Farseer is not a big deal. Okay. So Explosive Trap sadly doesn't kill this thing. Ah, man. Okay, we're gonna do this and think. The Leok is bad. Misha is good. Pig is good. 2 out of 3 chance of being good. We're gonna go for it. Got the Pig. Awesome. We're gonna get to kill that Farseer off. Okay, now I'm scrabbling my way back into it because he's only got 2 cards, and if even one of them is non-interactive, he's at the mercy of his top decks to win this game. Because it's going to take him 11 turns. Yeah, he's Starfiring me. That's exactly what he should do. Got to play to your outs. His out is that he top decks more direct damage and can kill me off. So luckily he didn't Shapeshift this turn, which is nice. Sea Giant. We'll wait on that. I think I'll do the high main here. Do need to kill that Twilight Drake. And I'm actually going to pop this bow. Start swinging at his face. Gotta start getting damage through before he gets his other Starfire. Swipe and I'm dead in a couple of turns too, because I don't have any taunt. I need Ascension. Oh, jeez, that's annoying. So there's 2 Starfires in his deck, and he got them both. Oh well, that was well played. So yeah, he should have kept Freezing Trap. That 8 damage from the Scarlet Crusader made all the difference in the end, and it caused me to lose. So man, 2 games where it's annoying that I'm losing, but at the same time, it's not the deck's fault, I don't think. I don't think there's anything major about this deck. So definitely the one game where I had the Stormwind Champion instead of the Mountain Giant, that was good. And the Twilight Drake was also good. Explosive Shot, I think that one was actually good, so I don't want to trade it out just yet. Thinking about other cards people have been suggesting, Hunter's Mark I don't think would have really helped me any. So I just didn't have anything on the board against Ragnaros and Ysera. So, yeah, I think the deck's fine. We just haven't played correctly. And our opponents have been just good enough. Oh my gosh. Well, up against a Warlock. Alan Gator the Warlock. Surprised I haven't seen more of these. A very popular streamer named Reynad posted what he called, very humbly, the best deck in Hearthstone right now. It's called Zoo, very creatively named. And for that reason, I believe there's a lot of Warlocks playing it. So we'll see. I do think that Zoo deck would actually be very good against mine, but of course I have no way of knowing right now. Alright, we did get early plays. Early meaning turn 3 onwards. That's passes for early from this deck. Honestly, a fast start with like a Flame Imp and a Voidwalker, I'd be pretty screwed against. Alright, so he passed on turn 1, which when you're up against a Warlock is a pretty good thing. If he life taps here, then I can be pretty certain that he's playing like a Handlock, like one of those giant-based Warlock decks. Because usually an aggressive Warlock would have so many 1-drops that they wouldn't mulligan. Or so they wouldn't pass on 2 turns. Okay, well, anyway, that's that. We're going to play the Golem. Honestly, this Golem's a little bit underwhelming against a Razorfin Hunter. Not that the Razorfin Hunter works very well against the Golem, per se. Shadow Bolt. Okay, so the little Piglet actually lets him finish this off. So yeah, had this been a Panther, it would have actually been better. I mean, this is so annoying. I think it's still a good change overall. It just hasn't quite worked out yet. So Violet Teacher or Twilight Drake. I think we're going to go for the Twilight Drake here. The Violet Teacher would be a little bit greedy. Because, you know, I have all these spells, so I'd want to try to get 1/1s. But I think the odds of actually that Violet Teacher surviving are pretty small. And the extra hit point on the Twilight Drake makes a big difference. So we're threatening to kill off this Hunter now. Power Overwhelming. Well, that's fine, I guess, as long as it doesn't get followed up by a Voidwalker. Which it doesn't. So, okay, so I lose my Twilight Drake, and he loses the Hunter. Which is fine. I'm not going to Deadly Shot this thing. I will play the Violet Teacher now. So he's used up a Shadow Bolt, and he's used up a Power Overwhelming. Who knows? Maybe he's out of tricks. And this thing does have 3 points of damage that it needs to overcome to kill the Violet Teacher. So like a Dark Iron Dwarf wouldn't be enough. Nope, he's just gonna make a Dragonling Mechanic, which is totally fine by me. Now here, I could play Animal Companion, which gives me a 1/1. Or, from the Violet Teacher, and I could also Kill Command something, but I think it's actually fine just to play Sea Giant and kill the Raid Leader. That seems like a pretty good use of my time. I've got this 8/8 now, so he's got to do something about it. Anyway, this is neither a Handlock nor the Zoo deck. It's just a regular old Warlock deck. Seems like it's running a lot of like basic cards and things. Mortal Coil, alright. Unleash the Hounds would be pretty good here. Corruption, oh my gosh. Who plays with Corruption? Seriously. Well, okay. Corruption is the name of the game, I guess. Alright. What I'm going to do here is lay an Explosive Trap. I'm going to swing at his face, because these things will die to Explosive Trap anyway. And do I play the Animal Companion? The problem is that gives the targets to these stupid things. Yeah, I'm just going to Steady Shot. And we'll hang on to that Animal Companion. Corruption. Honest to God. Jesus. Alright. Well, we'll see if my opponent wants to get into a staring contest with me. I guess he could wait for this Blood Imp to... Oh, geez. Well, that sucks. So now... They don't quite... This Dragonling doesn't quite die, unfortunately. It crushes on through. And then that happens. Okay. Well... If I could kill this, then Deadly Shot would kill the Stormwind Champion. I think we have to play this Companion now. Flip the Leok. Alright, well, we'll do it this way. I'm going to Kill Command that, and then we're going to play Snake Trap. I don't think people really expect Snake Trap. So, as long as there's no, like, Hellfire or something coming up, the Snake Trap would be nice, because one of the snakes would finish off this Dragonling. Assuming, well, actually, the Dragonling would be the thing attacking into it. Never mind. Okay, so we have the Galvin Mechatoric, who gets the Restore 6 health to a damaged character. Clearly, this is a Zoo, but of a different kind. And I get healed for 6. Okay, that's awesome. Alright. Well, my minion, unfortunately, did not get attacked, so I didn't get my snakes. I'm going to do this. I don't want to play Freezing Trap, because this stupid Dragonling is still ruining my life. I guess we're just going to play the Harvest Golem. Again, Freezing Trap is kind of pointless here. We're going to just pass a turn because Deadly Shot is dumb. Alright. Well, I'm waiting to get my snakes. Hopefully I can clear off his board with the snakes. And then, after that, Deadly Shot away the 6/6. Okay, so... Leok goes down. The Golem goes down. He's going for control. He's not hitting my face. Oh, and Storm Rage. What? Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Oh, and he got taunt, so I can't even... Oh, my God. This is really bad. This is extremely bad. I can't deal with this. So this is like a pretty bad deck that I'm up against, but it's like... doing really well here, just on the power of its legendaries, I suppose. So, Freezing Trap doesn't work because this 1/1 can trigger it, and that doesn't do me any good whatsoever. I'm just going to Steady Shot him, I guess. And pass the turn. So he can hit me pretty hard. He's got 13, 19 damage, 18 damage. Does he actually have enough to kill me? He might, I suppose. He only needs a little bit. 13, 18. He needs 12 damage. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. 12 damage with 3 cards. Okay, so that didn't work out how we wanted because the guy came in between Illidan and the wolf, so Illidan's not getting buffed here. He's actually throwing away his Taunter, or thinking about it. I wouldn't do that because the Taunter seems valuable. Well, whatever, he chose to do it. He's still playing for control, which is probably a mistake because he really needs to, kill me. Yeah, okay, so now he's going for my face. That's correct. He does need to kill me. And the heal actually healed himself, which is the worst thing ever. I can't believe that happened. Alright, we're gonna do this. And this. Deadly Shot one of his big guys. Deadly Shot another one of his big guys. Fortunately, it hit the one that was already damaged. And man, the fact that the heal got him when there was like a bajillion damaged characters on the board. Yeah, it's damaged character. It could be anything. It was really kind of frustrating. So there's the Freezing Trap. He can actually replay it right now, though. So it's not like that great. Man, he needs to be at 9 health. That... Are you... Okay. 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 That's great. You do that. So we're about to start getting 6s. 6s coming down here. Starving Buzzard. That's not helpful. I guess I'll lay the Freezing Trap. Man, he really should be at... Well, actually, Lord Jaraxxus canceled out all the damage I did, so it doesn't actually matter anymore. Summoning a portal. Okay, that's cute. He's choosing not to play the Dread Infernal. I don't know why. I guess it doesn't matter. He can make 6/6s regardless, so it's either way fine. Man. Animal Companion. Well, we're going to have to go for it here. I don't have too much time. So hopefully we draw some beasts. Hey, that's pretty good. Heart of the cards here. Ooh, that would have been really nice to have. Is the Sea Giant playable? Oh, it's just 1 mana. Oh man, that's really too bad. Okay, we need to go all the way for the face here. The odds of me surviving are very slim, but this Freezing Trap does really help. That's 6 damage that it saves. So Dread Infernal is going to kill my Hounds and my Buzzard, but it also damages my opponent quite critically. Freezing Trap triggers. Well, here it is. I mean, Leok plus Steady Shot is the kill. So he needs a Sun Fury Protector to give these guys taunts. He has a Young Priestess. That's not going to do it. And then he kills the Leok with his face, but that doesn't matter because I can now just Steady Shot him. That was well played. Well, okay, so that time we beat an Illidan Storm Rage, a Gelbin Mechatork, and a Lord Jaraxxus. Granted, not exactly the caliber of legendaries as Ragnaros, Ysera, and Cairn, but we still beat a whole pile of legendaries there. I don't know, my opponent didn't really have a well put together deck. It had a lot of random crap in it. For how many legendaries he was running, I would have expected something more finely tuned. Like, he had the Razorfin Hunter and the Dragonlane Mechanic, but really no Swarm synergy apart from, I guess, the Power Overwhelmings. At least not that we saw. Maybe there was more swarmy stuff besides Power Overwhelming, like Frostwolf Warlord or something that we didn't see. I don't know, didn't quite seem well put together. But anyway, we're up against TV the Druid in this game. So if I had a Freezing Trap, I'd keep it in my opening hand, but I don't. So what I'm going to do is mulligan the Unleash the Hounds and the Explosive Shot. We'll keep my pair of 4-drops. Hopefully I can play the Shield Master on turn 3, and the Violet Teacher on turn 4, or actually just the Golem on turn 3 is great as well. Okay, so the name of the game with a hand like this is just slow the game and hang in there until you can play the Stormwind Champion on turn 7. That's what we're going to try to do here. My opponent... might not be at his computer. He might be at his TV, ha, because I don't see any of these cards being moved. And it usually doesn't take people this long to make a mulligan decision. Doke. Well, I feel like the mulligan timeout is far too long. I suppose it's nice they put in a buffer so that in case you happen to not be at your computer when the game starts, you have a little bit of like leeway for getting up there. Okay, there it goes. So is he actually here? Oh, yeah, he's hovering over stuff. Oh man, I hope we don't have one of those griefers. Nope, he passed the turn. Okay, so no griefing going on here. He's just doing his thing. That's good. Snake Trap, actually a pretty safe trap to play early on. I guess the real problem with Snake Trap is swipe will clear out all the snakes. I could also lay an explosive trap just to kill this thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. It's not the greatest use of explosive trap as a 1-for-1 removal, but you know what? It's basically doing the same function here that like a Frostbolt would do or like a Wrath would do, but it's also damaging my opponent. So I feel like that's totally fair as a removal spell. You basically want to make sure that if something is like, if one card is better than another, that you don't like use its betterness to inhibit yourself from making the right plays. Like killing his minion is, given the kind of deck that we're playing here, is definitely the right play. So just because Explosive Trap has more potential later on doesn't mean I shouldn't avoid making the right play right now. So these golems, having swapped out the Panthers, have been coming up a lot, and I gotta say they haven't been that impressive yet. Innervate, always annoys me when someone plays Innervate. Well, okay, he's gonna double Innervate. Jesus Christ, that's serious. And another Violet Teacher. I think it deserves a well played. So if I can handle these Violet Teachers, I am going to be way ahead in this game.
My thanks to you.
Unfortunately, you know what would be really great is if this were a beast, so that Kill Command would kill one of them. God damn it. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and kill a Violet student, and I'm just going to go ahead and play Senjin. So it'll take my opponent a little bit of effort to kill this thing, and my hope is that next turn I can play the Violet Teacher coin Snake Trap, get a bunch of snakes, and use that to help me deal with the situation. So, okay, he's getting lots and lots of 1/1s, which will be great for Unleash the Hounds if I get Unleash the Hounds at some point. Interesting. He's choosing not to kill my Golem. I think that's a mistake. He could have just diverted one Violet Teacher and... Oh no, these are both asleep. Right, he would have had to attack with both Violet Teachers, I guess, to kill that Golem. Sea Giant, huh? So is that better than Violet Teacher plus Snake Trap? I actually think it is. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. And... I'm going to proactively kill one of these students. So Druid's not the greatest at dealing with an 8/8. Although he could have something like a Mark of Nature, which would give a minion +4 attack and 2-for-1 himself. The problem is he's not actually like ahead on cards, so 2-for-1ing himself is not good. So he's going to get a bunch of 1/1s. I really need to Unleash the Hounds. Hey, I mulliganed on Unleash the Hounds, didn't I? Why do I keep mulliganing cards I later wish I had? Alright, so he's going to get more 1/1s. He's really killing it up with these Violet Teachers. And in fact, actually, I'm really fucked because if he gets a Savage Roar, he can just kill me in one turn. Yeah, I mean, I'm at 15 health, so Savage Roar will just win him the game. God damn it. I don't get Unleash the Hounds, of course.
Pay attention, class.
Oh, man. So, Kill Command does not work.
I'm ready to learn.
Okay, I could use the bow and kill one of these students off, but it really makes no difference. Because, he still has enough students left over to kill me with a Savage Roar. Wow, I can't believe I lost to Violet Teacher, Innervate, Violet Teacher. That's a little bit sad that this deck could not deal with that. I'm kind of depressed. But again, I could have kept Unleash the Hounds in my opening hand, and then I would have been fine. You know, funny, I could have kept Explosive Trap around as well, and then I would have also been fine. So maybe I did use Explosive Trap prematurely. Although, here's the thing, I stand by my decision to use Explosive Trap as I did, because honestly, like, I'm not going to play around Violet Teacher, Innervate, Violet Teacher. I'm just not going to play around that. That's something, you know, if it happens, shit happens. So I can play Storm and Champion, but it's no good, really. At all. He had so many spells to fuel these things. Okay, so I don't know, I think if I were him, I would just go all the way for the face. Because he's got, I mean, he can get me so low on health, it's comical. The fact that he's taking time killing all my stuff, I think is a mistake, simply because he doesn't have a card advantage. He has a life and board advantage, so going for the face doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Oh, this game is retarded sometimes. Well, so now my golem's gonna die, the student is not asleep. And then he has this crazy board. I needed to either save Explosive Trap, or I needed to, I don't think did he ever attack with the claw? Oh yeah, he did. I needed to get Unleash the Hounds here, and I didn't, so, yeah, that's that. Okay, well, the brick wall this time we hit at rank 20. I still don't think it's the deck. I think that was just a ridiculous draw, and I think the other two losses today were just decision-makings. So let's keep on fighting and try not to get our spirits down too much here as we try to claw our way back to rank 19. That will be, I think, the ending point of this video, is if I can win the next two games and be back to exactly where I started at the start of this video, so that hopefully in the next video we can have a little bit more luck and make it a little bit farther. As long as you believe in a deck, I think it makes sense to keep playing if you have a win rate of 50%, because you just need to improve that to 60%, and then you will make progress over time. Nishama the Rogue is our next opponent. Unleash the Hounds. Okay, well, I'm second against the Rogue, thankfully. Alright, I'm going to keep this rather weird hand. Basically, now I have the Buzzard Hounds combo guaranteed for whenever that will be convenient. And then other than that, we'll just play it slow and be -2 cards down until we do that. Always weirds me out when the Rogue says hello first. I feel like you've got to say it second as the Rogue, given her greeting of the pleasure is mine. Knife Juggler. Alright, well, that makes it easy for me. I'm just going to go ahead. Oh! I was going to say I was going to make a bow, but now I can make a Harvest Golem. Alright, I'll take a little bit of a risk. Let's make a Harvest Golem here. That's a pretty cool way of getting rid of a Knife Juggler. Even though it does mean potentially taking a little bit more damage. Shield Bearer. Oh, jeez. Well. Okie doke. So I can't Buzzard Hounds yet. Wow, that Knife Juggler had it out for my Golem. That's a little bit unfortunate, actually. I could actually play Hounds without the Buzzard. Just to get 4 1/1s here, but then I'm very vulnerable to a Fan of Knives. Let's not do that. Let's just do this. So I am going to get hit for a truckload of damage. However, I will then get to play Buzzard Hounds, draw a bunch of cards, and kill most everything he has.
I hope you like my
Nope, that'll die to a Hound. Man, that Knife Juggler is one-track mind. He shot every single fucking knife at that Golem. That is extremely improbable. Well, not extremely. I mean, it's 1 in 16 odds that all 3 knives hit the Golem and then the 4th knife as well. Here's where Explosive Trap would have been nice. But alas, it is not to be. We'll just have to settle for 4 cards and clearing his board. Have to admit, Hunter's Mark here wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But I think I'm going to be okay. I am a little bit low on life. That is a fact. But his board is completely clear. And I have a ton of cards. She can use the Wicked Knife to kill off the Buzzard, which I still don't think should have been nerfed to 1 health, but that battle is long gone. And then we're going to play Senjin, which stops her from daggering my face and interferes with other stuff as well. She's actually going to backstab. I don't really agree with that. At 30 health, might as well use your dagger. Unless she Wanted to combo something, but that was not it. So she's actually going to try to burn me out with this blade. I mean, I'm down to 5 health after you account for that. So we do need to get our taunt in play here. She has 4 cards. One of those 4 cards needs to be able to kill off this engine. I guess if she does have a way of killing this or sapping it or something, I could be in a lot of trouble because I don't have any taunt apart from maybe getting a lucky bear.
This guy's toast.
So the SI agent, so she needs to hit me with this blade, and she is going to do that. Okay, well, I cannot play the high main, but I can play the Violet Teacher and a Freezing Trap.
I am ready to learn.
So I don't really want either of these going back into her hand via the Freezing Trap. Explosive Trap would have been better, but it's my best hope. Fan of Knives, ugh, lame. So my student dies. She checks for Explosive Trap by hitting me with her face. She checks for Freezing Trap by using the cheaper creature to attack. Very smart. She can even play it again now if she wants to for 4 mana. I think I've lost this game, actually. I just don't have any chance without any taunt. I just don't have any chance at all. That's pretty much it. Okay, well, Senjin, that's good. And I guess we need an animal companion here.
I am ready to learn.
Alright, we got more taunt. That's good.
Instruction begins.
So the problem is that as soon as this leper gnome dies, I'm at 4 health, which means I die to a comboed out Eviscerate. And that's a pretty bad place to be against a rogue when she's at 27 health. Fan of Knives, number 2, to clear out my Violet Teacher and the student. Very irritating. And Shatterstone Cleric to kill off Misha here.
The light protects me.
Alright, I guess she doesn't have the Eviscerate. But this taunt is the last thing standing between me and complete death, which is a little bit distressing. Man. Well, let's go. Let's hope we flip a bear. We flipped a Leok. Not the right thing right now, but I'm going to do this. Deadly Shot to kill that. Steady Shot. I mean, there's a non-zero chance that I can win. Because she can use the Murloc here to kill off my Senjin to get me down to 1 health. I don't have any more taunt in this deck. There's no way. She just needs to dagger me once and it's over. Her health is way too high. Oh my gosh, what is up with this brick wall?
The light.
There's Argent Squire again, and she just hits me in the face. Crap. I wonder if there was a way I could have played the early game to take less damage. You know, maybe if I dropped out the Eaglehorn Bow in the beginning. Yeah, if I'd played the Eaglehorn Bow in the beginning instead of playing the Golem, I might have been able to take a little bit less damage. Okay, well, alright, I'll play one more game, and then we're gonna call it a night here, folks. So the deck was performing very well, and then one of those decks, the Warrior deck, was full of lots of good stuff. The other decks just thought were pretty normal. You're around average run-of-the-mill deck, so the fact that I've been losing is a bit mysterious, but keep in mind, Hearthstone is a game with random elements, so you're gonna have streaks like this sometimes. It's just a matter of, you know, is your deck actually good and you're unlucky, or is it actually bad? Barack Zero Obama here is the name of the game. I will keep Snake Trap. It's a pretty safe thing to play on turn 2. It's not likely to get wasted, so we have our curve here, which is nice. I don't know what changes to make at this point that would have, like, allowed me to win any of those games. Knife Juggler. Oh, my lord. Alright. Well, what I need is Freezing Trap or Explosive Trap, and I've got the wrong one. I could go for Starving Buzzard to try to just trade against the Knife Juggler. Alright, we'll do that. I think that's actually worth it. So if he plays another minion, the Buzzard might just die, but I think it was worth going for. So there's a Timberwolf. Cannot catch a motherfucking break. Wow, this is super aggro here. And what I need is Explosive Trap, and that is exactly the trap I don't have. Oh, my lord. Alright, so the Leok would be bad. All the other ones are fine. The other 2 are fine. I got the bear. Okay, so that's fine. That makes it a little bit more difficult for him to get past. And at 4 health is a lot of health. But if he has a kill command, he can just crush this thing and keep on attacking. Let's see if he's got it. He's... Okay, so it looks like he doesn't have the answers he needs, and finally the Knife Juggler misses. So he's going to have to throw away 2 creatures to get past the bear, which is a huge deal. But I'm already down to below 20, which is kind of obnoxious. Alright, we're going to have to play the Violet Teacher. I mean, I could have Deadly Shotted to try to hope for the Knife Juggler, but I need to put something down. So yeah, I'm below 20, about to go to 15. He's going to do that to hit me even harder. And okay, I'm pretty fucked already. God, what is up with today's games? Honest to God, Jesus. Alright, we're going to kill that. Play Senjin. So it's a good thing the Senjins are in the deck. Those definitely are not regretted. Explosive Shot. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. Man, if this were a Sunwalker, I might have a chance. I don't think there's any way of me to win this. I don't have any life gain, and my opponent can just steady shot me in 3 turns. So it's like, if he has any sort of damage, that is going to be that. I just needed an explosive trap, and I didn't have one. I had an explosive trap in the wrong game. Alright, I think this is like an official metagame deck. It's just the face roll aggro. Yeah, that's definitely it. And it's good enough to get the kill. So he's going to steady shot me for the win next turn. And that is that. Alright folks, so what I'm going to do between this video and the next one is I'm just going to play a bunch on my own without recording and see if I can actually make any forward progress. If so, then I'll resume with this deck in the series. And if not, I'll switch to a new deck and we'll try to make some progress. So kind of sad to hit the brick wall at level 20. I feel like this deck could have made it higher, but we'll see. I'll do some stress testing and find out if this deck has any more potential or if it's just fucked. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and or subscribe.